The Overwatch 2 Season 14 mid-season update notes dropped today, and the patch currently is live in-game. So we're going to kind of be talking about the mid-season patch notes in this video, and the very small lack of changes we actually did get, and the small amount of changes, and I guess like in-game content we're going to be getting for the rest of the season. I don't know about you guys, but Season 14 feels like it's been going forever. I think this is actually an extended season because it was around the holidays, which is kind of really drives down the game, if I'm being completely real. We need new content for the game. Probably the more desperately now than ever, and especially with Marvel Rivals completely fucking destroying Overwatch 2 recently, and we just aren't getting anything content-wise. And the balance changes we're going to talk about in this patch too, at least for mid-season patch, are some of the worst, most questionable shit ever again, like usual. So not going to be too much on screen. I'm going to be going through the mid-season patch notes for Season 14. So if you guys just want to tab out, listen to me talk, I'll probably throw some gameplay in the background. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to get into this. We're going to kind of go through this really fast because there really is not much here. But, Year of the Snake seasonal event. We got some Capture the Flag and Bounty Hunter, and a few, and Mischief and Magic, whatever the fuck that is. It's coming back with some new Lunar New Year themed cosmetics. So I'm assuming a shitty spray, a shitty weapon charm, and a bunch of shitty profile pictures for your profile. That's about all that really we're gonna getting. Gone are the days where in Lunar New Year you'd actually get new skins like in Overwatch 1. And you'd be able to actually roll a loot box that you would get by playing the fucking game during the time. And you can get all the skins by just playing the game. That's gone. So who the fuck actually cares? Valentine's Day 2025, we're going to be getting the Love is Geometry game mode coming back with the 4 Hanzo deathmatch type thing. If you play this, by all means, it's back. Get excited. For the people that actually have better shit to play and don't give a fuck, then it's just another thing added to the game. I'm pretty sure this was in the game last year too. It's nothing new, so who cares? Kind of the problem with like a lot of the content they try to bring into the game. Like nobody gives a fuck. Like that's the major problem with like all these game modes and all this shit. Like who's actually playing this garbage? I sure as hell ain't. Here's the thing actually people might actually play, and I'll probably be playing myself as well. 6v6 experimental, minimum 1, maximum 3. So they're bringing back the 6v6 experimental patch again. It's coming back this time instead of just 2v2, 2 tank, 2 support, and 2 DPS like the first time. Now we're gonna have the max 1 minimum, or maximum 3, minimum 1. So has the same balance as the 2-2-2 one, but at this time, like pretty much what it is you cannot have more than 3 heroes of any given role, but you have to at least have 1 of every role. So you have to at least have like 1 tank. You can have like 3 DPS or 3 supports, but you're forced to at least have 1 tank, and like so on and so forth. You're forced to at least have 1 support. You can have like 3 tanks if you really want to as well, or like 3 DPS, that type of thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know how this is actually going to really do for 6v6. I think it's going to be kind of worse than 2-2-2. So we'll see how it goes, but I will be playing it, and hopefully you guys at least check it out. Probably one of the only things that actually get people maybe coming back to play at least a little bit for the mid-season update that went live today. Overwatch Classic Mothman. I don't know who the fuck's playing Overwatch Classic. If you're playing it, you're just wasting your time. I don't know who gives a fuck about Overwatch Classic. Waste of time, waste of garbage, time, resources, whatever it is, garbage. Who cares? New mythic weapon, Ashes Lead Rose. Another weapon in the game that costs an exorbitant amount of money for a hero that has millions of skins already. Why do we need more skins and more shit for Ashe? I don't know. If you're somebody that wants to buy it, go ahead then, I guess. I don't really care. Go waste your money. Competitive updates. We actually got a confirmation of when the competitive drive will be, which will be February 11th to the 16th. So they're actually extending the time of the competitive drive So it's no longer just a 2 days of a weekend. Now you actually have more than 2 days to actually play and get all the points, which is great. That was my main complaint with the competitive drive so far that we've had. Like, they're only 2 days of a weekend. So if you can't play a Saturday and a Sunday, pretty much the entire day of both days, you cannot get the max of all the tiers for the competitive drive, and you cannot get all the rewards. That was the main complaint. Now it seems like they actually changed that. So one good change for the mid-season patch so far, y'all, for competitive drives. Not bad. And the players can now earn up to 6,000 comp points if you can actually get all the stages completed. So not bad. Which I think is 2 gold weapons or 2 jade weapons or weapon variants of some kind for just playing that. So that's kind of cool. But we do have the confirmation the next competitive drive will be February 11th. So clear your schedules, because I'm sure if you're going to be like me and you're going to be solo queuing the majority of it, it's going to be an absolute fucking slog. And it's going to be an absolute nightmare to try to get through all the stages of the competitive drive to try to get all the rewards with how fucking god-awful the matchmaking is going to be like usual. You have all your fucking loser, brain-dead peons that just go in and play rank to throw to try to get the rewards, that never play ranks at all, or never play the game just to come back to try to get a bunch of free stuff. So we have competitive rewards. As of 2024 competitive year ends, Season 14 is the last chance to redeem competitive points for Jade weapon variants. So for Season 15, there's going to be a new weapon variant you can buy with competitive points. So there you go. I don't even think I'll be buying any more Jade weapon variants. I might buy a few gold weapons, but I'm not sure. I have gold weapons and Jade weapons for like all the heroes that I really want them for at this point. So I don't know. I'm at the point where I kind of have everything I already want. I'm just kind of racking up a bunch of competitive points for the next kind of weapon they're going to be introducing. So we'll see how that goes. Here's the hero balance. Here we go where we get fucking pissed off and we scratch our heads wondering why they're balancing the game and how fucking stupid they are at balancing the game again. Ramatra base armor increased. Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about a Ramatra buff. Whatever. It is what it is. Who cares? Let's move on to something else. Winston, they're nerfing his alt cost. Or their alt cost is being increased by 12%, so he'll get a lot less alt. But they're buffing the damage on Tesla Cannon. For the ammo, they're giving it a buff by 20 from 100 to 120, and then the secondary fire is going to have 10 more damage. Why are we buffing Winston? I don't know. At the same time, though, I don't see anybody ever play Winston, so I really don't even know. If he's, I mean, when he's played, he seems to be really good, but nobody fucking plays him. Maybe if they put some big bobs and they gave him some fucking bikini skins, and he was like half the support heroes in the game that get skins every patch, maybe people would play Winston, but... Or they reworked him and they changed his name to Harambe. Maybe people would actually play him. Justice for Harambe in the comments down below. Poor guy. I miss Harambe. Hazard. This is the only nerf we're getting to Hazard, y'all. They're buffing Winston and they're nerfing shit like Winston, but the shit they need to actually nerf, the best tank in the fucking game, which is Hazard, this is the only nerf they give him. A 1 second increased cooldown on Violent Leap. You mean to tell me they think Hazard is not warranted of more nerfs? Delusional fucking balance team. Fire Aaron Keller, fire Alex Dawson, whoever the other fucking guy is that's in charge of the balance. They need to be fucking terminated. I say it every time we go on here and talk about balance. Best tank in the game, and that's all they give him as a nerf. Delusional fucking balance team. There's no changes here to shit like Malga or Harissa either. There's no Orisa changes, there's no Malga nerfs, no nerfs to Orisa, they're still fucking running the game half the time. Hall could use some buffs, there's a few other tanks. Junker Queen seems really weak. Buff Junker Queen, I think they over-nerfed her. Like, where are half the other tanks? I don't understand. Again, stupid balance changes. Damage, Echo. Focusing Beam. If you are above 50% health, now it'll actually do 75 instead of 50 damage per second, or whatever it is. Whatever. I don't know what this is supposed to do, and I feel like they're just throwing balance changes at a dartboard and just changing shit to change it. Why do we need this change? I don't know. Stupid. Tracer. Why are we buffing Tracer? Why? Why are we buffing Tracer? Oh, well, we need to buff Tracer. Somebody's going to be in the comments. We need to buff Tracer because they don't want to nerf Widowmaker, so the only thing they want to do is they want to buff Widowmaker's checks. Tracer checks Widowmaker, so they don't have to nerf Widowmaker. So that means you have to buff Tracer and ruin everybody else that plays support's life too, instead of just fucking nerfing Widowmaker like everybody's been saying for I don't know how many seasons now. Instead of nerfing Widowmaker, they're buffing Tracer again to try to make people play Tracer into Widowmaker. But at the same time, now they make the fucking support's life a living fucking hell. Gosh, I fucking hate playing against Tracer. I hate her. I hate playing against her, especially playing support. Another stupid balance change. I think we've had one balance change that's made sense in this entire mid-season patch so far. Ana. Biotic Grenade. Explosion damage and healing decrease from 90 to 75. You want to know what actually should have changed here? The damage to where the Biotic Grenade, the point where you shouldn't have, like, the anti-heal, like, quality of it should have been changed. Like, not the actual, like, damage or, like, the fucking healing of it. The anti-nade, what it should have had happen here is they should have changed it to where it's actually, it does less to tanks, or certain tanks. That's what they should have did. I don't even know if they can't, I'm trying to make them justify, like, these types of balance changes, but, like, even then, I think the balance change I would want, they would fuck up somehow. I don't even know why I'm trying to give them balance changes. This balance team needs to be fucking terminated. Until they're gone, this game's gonna fucking suffer. I don't even know why I'm trying to feed them balance changes. Whatever I want and whatever I'm trying to feed them as well with this type of change, they're gonna fuck up somehow anyways. I don't know why I even bother. I am being balanced, or like I'm not even being paid to balance the game. I am balancing it for free. And the clowns that are currently balancing the game, Aaron Keller and Alec Dawson, they are fucking balancing the game and they're being paid to do so, and they fucking miss the mark every fucking time. If it was me balancing the game, I would have been terminated. If they would have said, oh, look at you're missing the mark every single time. You're being paid to balance the game. Unfortunately, bro, you cannot be doing that anymore. If we're going to be paying you to balance the game, you got to actually balance the game the right way. You cannot just consistently miss the mark and then still have a fucking job at the end of the day. I would be fucking terminated, and anybody else that would have a job with an actual competent manager that would be overseeing you, trying to make you do your job. If you weren't doing your job and you would consistently miss the mark and you'd be costing them money and you still would not be able to do your job correctly, you'd be fucking terminated. Your average Joe would get terminated from their job, but these fucking losers that are balancing the game consistently are able to keep their job and keep on balancing the game and ruining the game every fucking update. Whatever. Alari, this is one of the only balance changes that actually makes sense in this entire mid-season balance patch. Secondary fire. Resource increase from 3 to 3.5 seconds worth. Good. Alari is still really weak. I think she's still really bad. It's a good change, though. I'll give him that. The one very good balance change out of this entire mid-season balance patch. And then Juno. Wow, Juno nerfs! More nerfs that actually make sense. Wow, the 2 balance changes in a row, y'all, that actually make sense with the supports. That's a new record, I think. I think that's a brand new record. Orbital Ray reduced the duration from 10 to 8 seconds, and the damage amp went from 35 down to 30. Good. I still think Juno's still incredibly good. Probably the best support in the entire game most of the time. The main issue now they need to look at is her mobility. Her mobility is too fucking good. They gotta nerf her mobility next. That's the thing they need to look at. Apart from that, we got nothing else here. There's nothing else here. No break buffs. Zenyatta, I think they need to nerf the fucking Discord orb again. That shit's fucking crazy. I don't know what else. There's a bunch of other supports that they need to change. I don't know. There's just nothing here. The problem with this balance patch yet again, which isn't surprising, it's a common thing with every balance patch and every update, but half the shit that's here makes 0 sense or shouldn't be here, and the shit that needs to be here on this balance patch is not even on the balance patch, not even being balanced. Widowmaker ain't here. Venture, where's Venture? She sucks. Get her on here, buff her. Bunch of other DPS. Symmetra, it's another one. I think she's still really bad. There's a bunch of other DPS that, like, I think McCree needs to be nerfed again. He's fucking crazy. There's a few other things on here that just aren't on here. Like, where is half the fucking heroes? I understand it's a mid-season patch, but like, if you're gonna be extending the season to where, like, this, especially for this season specifically, like it's longer than the usual season, they gotta add more to this, and there's just not enough here. And half the shit here just doesn't make sense, but I don't know. Overall, huge F. Failure. Huge fail for balance, yet again. Apart from 2 changes, which were the changes to the Juno and Alari, and then a random Ramattra buff, which overall you could say it doesn't really matter that much, which I think is overall a decent change. Apart from that, the rest of the balance changes for this patch are garbage. Got no content apart from a bunch of shit coming back that was already in the game. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this mid-season patch in the comments down below. If you're somebody that is going to sit and bitch and complain, oh, you're being too critical, or you're being too harsh on them, let them come back from the holidays. I'm sure once when season 15 drops, then they'll redeem themselves. Sure. Keep thinking that. Keep on thinking that. And then you wonder why Marvel Rivals continues to run fucking circles around Overwatch 2. And then people are wondering, what the fuck is Overwatch going to do to this? What is their response going to be? Well, if this is what their response for a mid-season patch is going to be, if Marvel Rivals is running circles around them for the past month and a half almost now, and this is what the shit we're going to be continuing to get, I don't hold your hopes very high. Don't get your hopes up going into season 15, that's for sure. I would not expect them to fucking throw a kitchen sink at us and actually change anything out of the ordinary. At least from this is what we're going to be getting for a mid-season patch. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you guys. The one thing is, though, is at least the Overwatch support team. If you guys don't know, my Overwatch 2 account actually ended up getting locked for this past week. I was actually pretty much dead with like COVID or whatever the fuck it was. I wasn't able to play for like a solid 4 or 5 days, and pretty much what happened is I logged in and it said my account was locked. So over this past weekend I actually had to go and actually contact Blizzard support and have them unlock my account, and it only took me like 2 days for them to do so. First off, though, they told me my account was banned, but that was because a robot they had the robot message me first. I finally got a real person on the second time trying to message them with my ticket. I finally got a real person, and then pretty much what happened was, like, I didn't have like a verification or some shit, which I never got. But like, they were supposed to send me a verification code, and I never responded to it in like a certain amount of time, and it locked my account or some stupid shit. It's a known bug. It's some type of known bug that they have now with the game over these past few seasons. And it's happened to a bunch of other people too, which I looked up online. The only way to get around it is if you have like an in-game prompt, but if you're a Switch player, it doesn't have like an on-screen prompt to kind of get around it. So the only way to get around it is contacting support and having them unlock your account for you. But the one thing I will give them is Overwatch 2 support, at least Blizzard support with Overwatch 2, is way better than Paladin's. It took them 2 days to actually unlock my account after having to deal with a robot at the start. But once I was able to get an actual like real person, it took them 2 days to unlock my account. And when I was trying to get my fucking shit transferred with Paladins and trying to get my account linked with Paladins, my Switch account to a high-res account, it took over a fucking week to get a response, and half the response that we're getting were from robots. So I think literally high-res has one person that's actually real working all of their games for their support. I think that's literally what they have. At least with Blizzard, their support team's actually decent and they actually do their job. So at least from what I've had, the experience I had over the past weekend, shout out to the Blizzard balance team. That's at least one thing they have. They actually did a really good job and they unlocked my account for me. So I was able to play again after about a week. So shout out to Blizzard support. At least they actually know how to do their job. But the people that are working on Overwatch 2, everybody else, they're fucking garbage, it seems. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys there, but kind of a little bit of an update as well. My account was actually locked, and I actually I thought my account got banned to start because the fucking robot told me the reason why my account wasn't locked was because I broke terms of service and like the player conduct charter or whatever the fuck it was, but it turned out my account was locked because of some stupid bug that ended up is like a major problem that it's rare, but it happens to some people, and it's been happening to people over the last few seasons, so I don't know. Only thing is I got my account back, so that's fine. And then they were able to unlock my account within 2 days. And it never took them longer than over a day to respond to me, which is great as well. So shout out to Blizzard support. They were able to unlock my account, and I'm grateful for that. So at least they know how to do their job. Way more than high-res, at least. Fuck high-res. Apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will be live like usual, hopefully this Friday night with some Overwatch. And hopefully if I don't get sick again, that is. We'll see how it goes. So far, hopefully I should be good. I think I'm getting over COVID or whatever the fuck it's been trying to kick my ass over the last few days, so I should be good. Barring anything crazy. But apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody.